but I hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome your 2022 High School Sports Awards All-Stars.
Been hustling and tonight is my appraisal, cause I'm a hooker selling songs and my pimp's a record label. This world is full of demon stocks and bonds and Bible traders, so I do the deed, get up and leave a climber and a sadist, yeah. Are you ready for the sequel? Ain't ready for the latest? In the garden of evil, I'm gonna be the greatest in a golden cathedral. I'll be praying for the faithless, and if you lose, boo-hoo. Hey, look, ma, I made it. Hey, look, ma, I made it. Everything's coming up pieces, pieces. If it's a dream, don't wake me, don't wake me. I said, hey, look, ma, I made it. Friends are happy for me, or they're honeysuckle phonies, and they celebrate my medals, or they wanna take my trophies. Some are loyal soldiers while these other thorns are rosy, and if you never know who you can trust, then trust me, you'll be lonely. Oh, are you ready for the sequel? Ain't ready for the latest in the garden of evil. I'm gonna be the greatest in a golden cathedral. I'll be praying for the faithless, and if you lose, boo-hoo. Hey, look, ma, I made it. Hey, look, ma, I made it. Everything's coming up pieces, pieces. If it's a dream, don't wake me, don't wake me. I said, hey, look, ma, I made it, I made it. I said, hey, look, ma, I made it, I made it. I see it, I want it, I take it, take it. If it's a dream, don't wake me, don't wake me. I said, hey, look, I made it. Mama, best believe it. Mama, best believe it. Think I must be dreaming, but awake and breathing. Mama, best believe it. Mama, best believe it. Think I must be dreaming.
Don't call things you call. Forget you. Any friends that I'll never see again. Everybody but your dog, you can all get lost. I swear I meant to mean the best when it ended. Even tried to bite my tongue when you started. Now you're texting all my friends, asking questions. They never even liked you in the first place. Dated a girl that I hate for the attention. She only made it 2 days, what a connection. It's like you'd do anything for my affection. You're going all about it in the worst ways. I was into you, but I'm over it now. And I was trying to be nice, but nothing's getting through, so let me spell it out. A, B, C, D, E, forget you and your mom and your sister and your job and your broke down car and the things you call art. Forget you and your friends that I'll never see again. Everybody
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 High School Sports Awards All-Stars.
BancFirst is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. BancFirst, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Welcome to Love's. You know our friendly faces from our stores, restaurants, and truck care centers. These are the same people dedicated to help your community thrive. For years, our team members have made a difference by contributing time and resources to important causes. From lending a hand, to tackling hunger, to helping children in need, we put community first every single day. Love's, the heart of the highway.
With life moving faster than ever, Integris Health believes healthcare should do more than ever. That's why we're introducing new urgent care facilities throughout the metro, new hospital care at home for acute care patients, and OKC's only Medicare Advantage plan from a metro health system, all while improving access to healthcare for everyone. Our not-for-profit mission will always be to help Oklahomans live healthier lives, starting with you. Integris Health.
All the stars have aligned, it's our time to shine. Yeah, this is our moment. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Are you ready? Get ready. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for your life to change? Are you ready for what it takes? Make the break creates the chosen. The moment is now, the time is golden. Dedication mixed with focus. No circus or hocus pocus. No joke when it comes to greatness. It's your moment, you just gotta take it out. Go time. Can't stop. Are you ready? This is the time.
Please welcome to the stage high schools reporter for the Oklahoman, James D. Jackson.
Athletes, coaches, parents, family, and friends. My name is James D. Jackson, and I am the high school sports reporter at the Oklahoman. We're absolutely thrilled to have so many people in this room tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of over 290 of our most outstanding student athletes from the OKC metro area. Athletes, just by being here proves that you've put in countless hours of hard work and made many sacrifices. And for that, we congratulate you on a job well done. And parents, can I ask every parent of an athlete being honored tonight to stand? Think for a minute about the very first sport your child participated in. Remember driving them to that first practice. And since then, the countless other times you chauffeured, cheered, consoled, and encouraged your child. All those sacrifices you made on behalf of these athletes has paid off. So congratulations to you as well. This is also your night. And not to be overlooked, will every coach and athletic director in the audience please stand? These athletes have been successful in their sport and in life thanks to your leadership and mentorship. Congratulations to you on a job well done. The Oklahoman is the premier source for high school sports coverage in the OKC metro area. And this event is really a celebration of what our reporters do each and every day. The stories that come from the fields and courts help shape our community. And high school sports is something we all recognize, know, and love. Before we proceed with tonight, I want to take a moment to thank all our event sponsors. This event would not be possible without them, as their support allowed us to provide all student athletes free tickets to tonight's show. We are so happy and grateful to have them, as their support and investment truly allows this event to be one of the most special nights for so many families in our community. Help me show our appreciation to them. Our presenting sponsor, BancFirst, and supporting sponsors, Love's Travel Stops, Integris Health, Rose State College, Ortho Central Surgery Center, SunTech Heat and Air, and Qdoba Mexican Grill. They all stepped up to help make tonight possible. All of us at the Oklahoman are proud to partner with these fine community institutions. The next time you have the opportunity to thank members of these businesses, please do. Please join me one more time in thanking all the businesses who helped make this event possible. Tonight's event is truly a tribute to the joy and the trials of all that makes up high school athletics. Tonight we will recognize over 290 student athletes from the OKC metro area, from 84 schools and 21 sports. You have run, hit, jumped, thrown, tossed, spiked, served, pinned, and pitched your way into the record books, into the pages of your hometown newspaper, and most importantly, into our hearts. At this time, we would like all the student athletes to stand and be recognized. All right, just a few housekeeping notes before we get started. Photos and a recording from tonight's event will be published at oklahoman.com. Please tag all your photos and post on social media using the hashtag OKCHSSA. One lucky person who posts this evening using the hashtag will win an autographed item from our special guest. We'll announce the winner at the end of the night. Happy posting. If you are announced as an award winner, please make your way to the stage to accept your award. Please enter the stage from our right and your left, and exit stage left. We will start with our Player of the Year awards, hear from our guest speaker, and conclude with the top awards of the night, including Boys and Girls Athlete of the Year, Coach of the Year, and some very special awards. I would now like to introduce our MC for this evening, Cameron Jordan, high school reporter for the Oklahoman, and I'll help hand out the awards.
Thanks, James. I'd just like to reiterate our appreciation to the community supporters, families, coaches, and athletes. It is my honor to be here tonight and recognize the most outstanding athletes in each sport. All right, let's start announcing some winners. We'll start tonight with the awards in baseball, presented by Ortho Central Surgery Center. Will all the award nominees in baseball please stand? And the Baseball Player of the Year is Jackson Holiday from Stillwater High School. Jackson Holiday set a national single-season record with 89 base hits this past season, according to the National Federation of High Schools. His performances led Stillwater to a 29-12 record and an appearance in a Class 6A regional final. A top prospect in the July MLB draft, the Oklahoma State signee batted an amazing .685 with 17 home runs and 79 RBI. a 2021 Perfect Game All-American invitee, and a 2021 Team USA 18 and under national team member, he compiled a 749 on-base percentage and a 2.141 OPS this spring, while also stealing 30 bases without being caught en route to scoring 74 runs. Recently, he was named the Oklahoma Baseball Gatorade Player of the Year. Congratulations, Jackson. Next up, we have the Girls and Boys Players of the Year in Basketball, presented by Integris Health. To help present the awards in basketball, I'd like to welcome to the stage Dr. Blake Stepanovich, an orthopedic surgeon. On behalf of Integris Health, we are honored to present the awards in basketball. Will all the award nominees in basketball please stand? Up first, the Girls Basketball Player of the Year is Dariana Littlepage Buggs of Klassen School of Advanced Studies at Northeast. And the Boys Basketball Player of the Year is JV Seat of Edmond Memorial High School. Klassen SAS was one of the best teams in Oklahoma high school basketball history this season, and Littlepage Buggs was a huge reason why. The McDonald's All-American averaged 15.6 points, 13 rebounds, and 2.4 assists to lead her team to its first state tournament win and a state championship. Littlepage Buggs signed with Baylor and is the 2022 Oklahoma Gatorade Player of the Year. Congratulations, Dariana. Meanwhile, JVC led the Bulldogs back into the state tournament for the fourth straight year, while averaging 19.4 points and 5.9 rebounds per game. The Abilene Christian signee also earned MVP of the Central Oklahoma Athletic Conference and won Oklahoma's Gatorade Player of the Year honors as well. Congratulations, JV. Now it's time to present the top boys and girls cross-country runners of the year. Will all the award nominees in cross-country please stand? And the girls cross-country runner of the year is Kaden Brickman of Stillwater High School. The boys cross-country runner of the year is AJ Antonelli of Deer Creek High School. Kaden Brickman placed fourth at the Class 6A state meet with a time of 18 minutes, 20.55 seconds. Her finish was the best out of all runners from the Oklahoma City metro area. Brickman will continue her career at Oklahoma State. Congratulations, Kaden. AJ Antonelli has been one of the state's top runners over the past few years, but it was in his senior season when he had his major breakthrough. Antonelli finished the Class 6A state championship race in 15 minutes, 14.8 seconds for his first individual state title. He was the top runner for nationally ranked Deer Creek and led the Antler boys to their 9th championship in school history. Congratulations, AJ. Now it's time for the Players of the Year in football, presented by SunTech Heat and Air Conditioning. Will all the award nominees in football please stand? The Defensive Football Player of the Year is Colin Madison of Oklahoma Christian School. And the Offensive Football Player of the Year is Gavin Freeman of Heritage Hall High School. Colin Madison is the Oklahoman's All-City Football Defensive Player of the Year. He helped Oklahoma Christian School make a run into the state semifinals while earning first-team All-State honors and earning District 2A2 Player of the Year recognition as well. He will continue his career playing football for Army. Congratulations, Colin. Gavin Freeman is the Oklahoman's All-City Offensive Player of the Year. On top of being a two-time first-team All-State selection at wide receiver, he was also tabbed District Player of the Year for his stellar accolades on both sides of the ball. He will continue his playing career at the University of Oklahoma. Congratulations, Gavin. And now for the awards in golf. Will all the award nominees in golf please stand? The Girls Golfer of the Year is Brooklyn Ben from Oklahoma Christian School. And the Boys Golfer of the Year is Ryder Cowan from Oklahoma Christian School. Brooklyn Ben had a dominant season. She won 7 times and finished runner-up at the state tournament, but she helped the Saints capture the Class 3A team state championship. Congratulations, Brooklyn. Ryder Cowan put together a great season himself, ending in him winning the Class 3A individual state championship. He won multiple times this year against some of the state's best competition. Congratulations, Ryder. Now, for the Players of the Year in Soccer, presented by Rose State College. Will all the award nominees in soccer please stand? The Girls Soccer Player of the Year is Samantha Allen of Noble High School. And the Boys Soccer Player of the Year is Enrique Guzman from Santa Fe South High School. Samantha Allen had a dominant season, leading Noble into the Class 5A state quarterfinals. She was one of the best goal scorers in state history, scoring nearly 200 goals in her career and more than 60 this spring, which is believed to be a state record. Congratulations, Samantha. Enrique Guzman had a great season for the Class 5A state champions. The dynamic forward scored 21 goals and added 15 assists, and he's only a junior, so he'll be back for more next spring. Congratulations, Enrique. Now it's time to present the award for Player of the Year in softball, presented by Ortho Central Surgery Center. Will all the award nominees in softball please stand? And the Softball Player of the Year is Brinley Maples from Southmore High School. Brinley helped Southmore claim its second straight Class 6A state title while dominating opponents in the circle and at the plate. She was named the Central Oklahoma Athletic Conference Pitcher of the Year and will continue her career at McClendon Community College in Waco, Texas. Congratulations, Brinley. All right, guys, still have some awards to go. Let's make some noise for the rest of these award winners. Next, we will have our awards for swimming. Will all of our award nominees in swimming please stand? The Girls Swimming Athlete of the Year is Piper McNeil of Shawnee High School. And the Boys Swimming Athlete of the Year is Ryan Healy of Edmond North High School. This is the second straight year Piper McNeil has been honored as the best swimmer at the OKC Metro High School Sports Awards. The Missouri commit had a season to remember, as she led Class 5A Shawnee to its first swimming state title in school history. McNeil broke the state record in the 100 backstroke and set a Class 5A record in the 200 freestyle. Congratulations, Piper. Ryan Healy won Class 6A state titles in the 500 freestyle and the 200 individual medley. He was within a second of breaking state records in both events. To add to his hardware this year, he was named the Central Oklahoma Athletic Conference Boys Swimmer of the Year. Congratulations, Ryan. Next, we will have awards for tennis. Will all the award nominees in tennis please stand? The Girls Tennis Player of the Year is Alice Shive of Edmond North High School. And the Boys Tennis Player of the Year is Harry Zeiders of Heritage Hall High School. Alice wasn't going to have another second place finish this year, and she didn't. The sophomore captured the Class 6A crown this year and had an impressive season, finishing 27-2. Congratulations, Alice. Harry Zeiders spent 2 years at a tennis academy after winning a state doubles title as a freshman. This year, he closed his career with a memorable season with the Chargers, finishing 25-3 and claiming the Class 5A #1 singles state championship. Congratulations, Harry. Up next, we have our awards for track and field. Will all the award nominees in track and field please stand? The Girls Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Maddie Serber of Tuttle High School. And the Boys Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Kavion Williams of Westmore High School. Maddie Serber broke her state record in the 300 hurdles at the Class 4A Regional in Medill. After that, she won state titles in the 100 hurdles, 300 hurdles, 400, and 4x400. Congratulations, Maddie. Kavion Williams won his second straight Class 6A state title in the 400 meters this spring. The University of Central Oklahoma football signee was also a member of Westmore's 4x200 relay team that re-broke its state record. The Jaguars went on to claim their second consecutive team championship. Congratulations, Kavion. Next, we have our award winners in volleyball. Will all the award nominees in volleyball please stand? The Girls Volleyball Player of the Year is Hadley Moses of Mount St. Mary High School. Hadley led Class 5A Mount St. Mary to its third state title in school history. She was extremely productive for the Rockets, finishing with hundreds of kills and digs. She was selected to the Large West All-State team for her stellar season. Congratulations, Hadley. Now, it's time to present the award for our Players of the Year in Wrestling. Will the award nominees in wrestling please stand? The Girls Wrestler of the Year is Kalia Kirk of Guthrie High School. And the Boys Wrestler of the Year is Harley Andrews from Tuttle High School. As a child, Kalia Kirk was an elite gymnast. Now she's one of the best wrestlers in the state. This season, she won her first state title and went 21-0. Congratulations, Kalia. Yeah, over here. Harley Andrews, who signed with Nebraska, went undefeated for the second straight season and became a three-time Class 4A state champion. He dominated his competition and finished with a perfect 46-0 record. Congratulations, Harley. That completes our first set of awards. Please join me one more time in congratulating all of our outstanding Players of the Year. All right, let's get ready to bring out tonight's special guest.
It's the time you've all been waiting for. His career has come full circle in the state of Oklahoma, where he made his name known. He holds the school record for career all-purpose yards, career touchdowns, and kickoff return average for the University of Oklahoma. He was a four-time academic All-Big 12 honoree. He headed to the NFL after being drafted in the third round by the Dallas Cowboys. He spent 7 years in the league and was named the AP Offensive Player of the Year in 2014 after leading the league in rushing attempts, rushing yards, and touchdowns. He broke the 1,000-yard mark 3 times in his career before retiring after the 2017 season. He spent the 2018 season commentating on games for Fox before getting back in the game as coach. After 1 season coaching at Arizona, he has returned to his alma mater, where he is now serving as running backs coach at Oklahoma. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage our moderator, Oklahoma beat writer Ryan Aber. And help me give a big Oklahoma welcome to former Dallas Cowboys player, University of Oklahoma legend, and current University of Oklahoma running backs coach, DeMarco Murray.
Thanks, DeMarco, for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're going to start off. I'm going to ask DeMarco some questions, and then here in a little bit, we're going to open it up for some questions from the audience. We've got a mic right there, so when we start that portion, if you want to ask something to DeMarco, just come right down to the mic, and we'll get you taken care of. DeMarco, let's start off with one of the things that we're here for tonight, which is high school sports. What are some of the things that you most appreciated about playing high school football?
Well, first and foremost, I want to congratulate everyone in the audience today. Obviously, it's a huge compliment to be here. You guys have all worked so hard, diligently, not only in your field of sport, but also in the classroom. So congrats to you guys, family members, congrats to you guys as well. But this is a special night for me, obviously, understanding where these guys come from and how hard it is, especially now more than ever. I actually brought my high school coach with me today, David White, Coach Whitey, and I've known him since I was 15 years old, so He's actually the head coach at a new high school in Jackson Hole. So, but for the student athletes here, just congratulate you guys. And obviously, I know how hard it is, how tough it is, and just to be in your shoes more now than ever. I mean, there's a lot of distractions out there. So kudos to you guys for keeping the main thing, and obviously stand on the straight and narrow. But this is only the beginning for you guys.
And DeMarco, you played some other sports in high school, basketball and track among them. What was it about football that ultimately drew you to that one as your main sport?
I think football ultimately is the best team sport. Had a lot of close friends. Some to this day I still talk to and still keep up with. But ultimately it teaches you about life, it teaches you about hard work, it teaches you about just being selfless, because you need all 11 guys on that field to be successful, not individually, but collectively as well. And I've always had great high school coaches, great friends, but no matter what, I've been blessed and fortunate to have just an unbelievable support system from my family and also just great coaches along the way. So football is a very physical sport, so that was probably one of the main attractions, but I'm glad I'm not playing anymore.
You mentioned your high school coach that's here. I imagine he's part of this answer, but who were some of the most influential people in your development, both on and off the field, as you came through high school at Bishop Gorman in Las Vegas?
Yeah, I would obviously start off with, obviously my coach, but my dad was very instrumental to my success, both academically and on the field. But just my family, I come from a huge family of one of six. I'm the youngest of six, so I always tell them I made it because, I kind of have to fend for myself. I don't know if you have any youngsters in this audience, but if you're the youngest, you get the last piece of toast, you get the last water, you kind of get picked on a little bit. So now I do the picking on because I'm a lot bigger than they are. But, my family played a huge role in my life and helped me get to where I am today.
And what's it like now being able to coach at the same program where you started as a player?
It's a blessing. I've always wanted to come and end up at Oklahoma. I'm married, I have a wife, and my son is 6, daughter is 8. So at some point in my career, I always knew I wanted to end up in Norman. And not just because of what I'd done here, but just the people and the relationships that I gathered while attending the University of Oklahoma. Just some of the kindest people coming from Las Vegas. It's a little different. There's no casinos here, and there's not a lot of people honking at you and trying to, drive 70 miles per hour on the highway, on the road. But, the moment I stepped on campus here, even in high school, just visiting, I just felt the love from the community. I felt how nice people were. The barbecue wasn't bad. And, but no, just the family atmosphere, the love that they have for the University of Oklahoma football team and just everything associated with that program.
And what was it that drew you to coaching after your playing career ended?
For me, there's no way I could live my life having gone through what I've gone through, good, bad, or ugly, and meeting so many different people, all walks of life, all different backgrounds, all ethnicities. And I've been fortunate, like I said, there's been a lot of times where I could have went left or went right when I should have went left, but somehow, some way, I've always kind of made the right turn, and I've always ended up around great teammates, great coachings, just great friends. And for me, I would feel I would cheat the youth now, which obviously is our future, but I have so much knowledge to give back to those guys. That was one of the main reasons why I wanted to get into coaching. It's definitely not financially. I don't need the money. It's a tough job. It's a long job. But for me, that's what I know. I've always kind of worked my tail off, and I've always grinded, and I've always appreciated, just a hard-working job. I don't know how crazy I am, but so for me, I've always wanted to give back to kids, and whether it's in sports, whether it's in, being a weatherman, whether it's being a broadcaster, whatever they want to do to pursue their goals, I've always wanted to help them accomplish that.
Fantastic. You're still really young in your coaching career, just been doing it for a few years now, but you've had some memorable moments, including coaching alongside your college coach, Bob Stoops, in the Alamo Bowl last December. But what are some of the most memorable moments for you so far as a coach, whether it's in a game or away from it?
the biggest thing for me is just seeing the guys graduate. Obviously, the wins and the victories are important, but you know, when a guy or a kid is struggling in class and he works and fights his tail off just to be eligible, and you know, he's staying up till 8, 9 o'clock at night, obviously knowing that he has to get up 5 o'clock in the morning, and just the hard work and the consistency of that kid, you know, I think those kind of bring you more joyfulness than winning the game. You know, obviously it doesn't help or it doesn't hurt to win that OU Texas game. But you know, just seeing how hard it is, and like I said, I keep referring back to today's day and age. I'm only 34, so but when I didn't have the same distractions that some of these student athletes have, and you know, no telling what kind of mistakes us parents would make, you know, in their shoes. So obviously, kudos to you guys for, you know, always staying in the straight and narrow. But just seeing those things, you know, it's impactful.
And then, who was your toughest teammate? Let's start off at OU.
My toughest teammate at OU. Probably, I mean, the toughest, I would probably say Adrian Peterson. I mean, he was pretty dang on tough, you know. He was extremely exceptional in what he did. He worked his tail off. He taught us, you know, how to work hard on a day-to-day basis. But I would probably say Adrian.
And then what about in the NFL when you got there?
In the NFL, the toughest player is probably Jason Witten, one of my best friends to this day. I just was in Dallas. We had a good 40th birthday party for him. But he was one of the most toughest guys that I knew. Just going in there at a 21, 22-year age kid and seeing him, you know, probably 7, 8 years, you know, my elder, and, you know, him working just as hard as I was. So he pushed me, you know, to be great, to every single day put in the best that you can be. You know, you don't have to worry about being the best or winning everything, but give your best. You know, everyone's best is differently, and I think that's a great message for him that he told a lot of rookies and younger guys, and that's why he was such a great leader. He was vulnerable, but also, you know, it wasn't about, hey, let's be number one. It's about, hey, just give your all, give your best, and if you do that, can't ask for anything else.
Any specific moments stand out to you from either of those guys, either Adrian or Jason, that just made you sort of step back and, you know, say, wow?
I would say probably Jason. You know, it was probably my 3rd year in the league, and, you know, it gets extremely hot here, but it gets very hot in Dallas. In summertime where there's no one around, the stadium is empty, there's no one watching, there's no coaches out there, no players out there, but, you know, I was in the weight room, and, you know, this is an 8-year vet who's made 6 Pro Bowls, who's, you know, probably had north of $50 million in the bank, and he's out in the hot sun, 115 degrees, and he's working out by himself. And, you know, for me, a young guy to see that, and I go, man, if he's doing that, you know, I got to match that, if not beat that, but that just shows you the type of person that he is. But he wasn't doing it for himself. He wasn't doing it for the money. He was doing it to give the team the best chance to win. And you know, by working out by himself, you know, other guys started to join him, and it just brought our team so much closer together.
And then along the same lines, who was the toughest opponent that you faced as far as an individual player at either the college or the NFL level?
I would say London Fletcher. London Fletcher, I don't know if you guys, parents, you may know who he is, but he was an old savvy vet for the Washington Redskins, and he's about 5'7", 5'8". And I was a, you know, 22, 23-year-old kid in the NFL, and he was a 37, 38, 39-year-old veteran going on the end of his career, and I'm starting my career, and I had never rushed for 100 yards against the Redskins, mainly because of this guy. So our last game took me 4 years to finally eclipse that 100-yard mark, and it was worth it. It was worth it.
And then going to the other side of things, who was maybe the biggest clown or just, you know, locker room jokester that you were around? I know there's a lot of big personalities on some of these rosters.
Gerald McCoy was you know, he's from Oklahoma. He was a huge jokester, great guy, extremely Christian-oriented, but he was probably the funniest guy that played the meanest position. So I always wondered how did he have that success? He was so nice and funny.
Yeah, it was always interesting to see him, just the personality off the field versus the player he was on the field. A little bit different there for him.
It was.
And then for you, as a guy who obviously grew up aspiring to play in the NFL, when you got there, what was the coolest thing about it? And maybe something that you didn't realize was going to be, interesting about being an NFL player?
I think just having that opportunity, so many people get so embarked in the details of, hey, when I get there, I need to do this, do that, but you got to live in the moment, and I think that was my biggest thing. I always lived in the moment, and to this day, I live my life, one day at a time. I'm not looking to have one foot in, one foot out. I'm in the moment. I'm concentrating on myself, concentrating on where I am. And right now, that's a coach that's trying to get our team better. But, just speaking back then, I was just happy to be there. I was blessed to be there. I knew how fortunate I was. I knew how hard it was just to get in that door. So for me, I never took a day for granted. I just took it one day at a time, worked my tail off, didn't say much, didn't ask for anything, and just, earned everything I got.
Yeah, just something you said there, being in the moment, being present. How do you do that? I was listening to, I think it was Ryan Fitzpatrick was talking on the radio the other day about the difficulties in doing that, especially now with everybody's got devices and we're always on our phones and everything. How do you stay in the moment, stay present, stay focused on what you need to do?
I think the family comes and plays a major role in that, and there's so many distractions in life right now. Turn on the TV, there's always negativity. I think for me, I've always been a very positive person, very selfless person, and I've never made it about myself. And anything that I do in life, and whether it's been a father, whether it's been a husband, teammate, coach, life is bigger than, you as a single person. So I've always just tried to, treat everyone with respect, try my hardest, but at the end of the day, you got to have a strong support system, and you got to know who's in your corner. And I think when you know and understand that, and you're just working and fighting your tail off, and you're grateful for the situation that you're in, the opportunity that you have may not be the opportunity that you want at that moment, but whatever that is, you got to, accomplish that and just keep on going. And I think for me, I've always been able to do that.
Going back to your playing career, both at OU and in the NFL, you played in a lot of big-time environments, historic stadiums. What to you is your favorite place that you ever played that wasn't at home?
OU, Texas. I mean, that is the best environment, high school, college, pro sports. I mean, that is an unbelievable environment. It's great, and it's great for the fans. It's great for the team, and it's a one-sided rivalry right now, so we're trying to keep it that way.
And obviously the success in the game is the big thing there, but outside of that, everything that goes along with OU Texas, the 50-50 split, the tunnel, all that experience, what was maybe the coolest part of that that's completely different from any other game that you play in?
Besides the funnel cake after the game, just the victories.
Just if you win, though,
yeah,
right?
just if you win. I mean, just if you win. But no, just the victories, and you just see how much hard work is put into that game, by both sides of the ball, both teams, the fans, so it's just a fun atmosphere. It's a unbelievable atmosphere. If you hadn't tried it, you got to try it at least once in your life. But when you think about that game and the split right down the middle, and then obviously that golden hat, it's extremely cherishable.
Yeah, it's completely different from anything else you experience in college football. There's only a few rivalries that are so different from all the other ones, and certainly that's one of them. Now, even as a coach or when you were playing, did you have any pregame rituals or superstitions that you've got to do before you play a game?
No, I didn't. I never had any superstitions. I used to only listen to Eminem. I love Eminem. I think he's one of the best rappers. So it was my go-to kind of music list. But no, I didn't have anything that I did every single game or anything of that nature. But I would guess just music and just Eminem.
And even now, do you listen to, is there certain songs or music that you listen to before heading out onto the field?
It just kind of depends. If it's an early game, I tend to go on the country side of things. But if
like
it's kind
what are you listening to country-wise?
Obviously, I'm a big Toby Keith fan. I love Miranda Lambert, but if it's a night game, it's more Drake and J. Cole.
Okay.
Just kind of depends.
And then same thing on those guys. What songs are you most focused on? And going back to Eminem, what Eminem songs did you listen to that really got you fired up?
Oh, man, I mean, he is a legend. I mean, I don't know if I can say the songs, but, but I mean, everything they put out, everything they touch is pretty dang
You
good.
gotta go, Till I Collapse is a good
It's a classic.
fire up.
That's a classic.
Get fired up song.
Definitely.
And then, now we're gonna open it up for some questions from the audience. If you have one, step down to the mic here and we'll take a few of those.
Hey.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey.
How you doing?
Sorry. My name is Aiden Walswick. I'm a swimmer at Mustang High School, and I just want to know, what was the last book you read?
The Bible, but before that, I'm trying to think. It's hard to read these days. I don't have a lot of time. I actually listened to an audio book, me and my wife. She's gonna kill me for not knowing the title. I feel bad, so I can't remember, but it's a good question. I gotta pick up on my read now.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
My name's Ryan Healy. I'm a swimmer for Edmond North High School. I just wanted to ask you, what are your strengths as both an athlete and a person?
I think just being selfless, a selfless individual, always putting my teammates before me or my own individual needs, and just once again, just working as hard as I can and just being a great person.
Thank you.
Thank you. A little hot.
My name's Cameron Hasswander, and I play soccer at Deer Creek High School. And I want to know, do you maintain a specific or special diet?
I do. I still work out. I try to eat clean during the week, and then I call it selfish Saturdays where I indulge a little bit. But during the week, I try to do some intermittent fasting and things of that nature. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Boomer.
Boomer sooner.
Hi, my name is Avery Baker. I play soccer at Edmond Memorial, and I was wondering, who is your favorite sports hero?
Barry Sanders is my favorite guy. I love just how he played the game, how humble he was, and then and then I love Michael Jordan as well.
Thank you.
Very welcome.
Had to come down on both sides of the bedlam
yes,
argument.
Exactly, exactly.
Hi, my name is Addison Roberts. I played soccer for Deer Creek High School, and for the last question, I'd like to ask, how does being an athlete inspire you to do good?
Because I always believe sports in any scene, no matter what you're doing, what sport it is, but I think just being a great teammate, not only in life, but in sports itself, it helps you become a better person, helps people around you. But no matter what you're doing, whether it's boxing, wrestling, or anything, you have coaches, you have teammates who are helping you get and accomplish those goals. But I've always believed in just being a great teammate and once again, just working your tail off and always giving your best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then last question, DeMarco. We're here to celebrate high school athletes and their accomplishments. What bit of advice would you give to current high school athletes?
The advice is always just to work hard and always, obviously academics first. No matter what you do, no matter how long you do it, there's going to be a point where you get like us and you got to, enter the real world. And I was fortunate to, do that later in my life. But at some point, you're going to have a family. You're going to have things that you have to, be an adult about, and you won't be able to play the sport that you always play. So education is first. And most importantly, always be grateful and thankful for where you are, the path that you've been on, the path that others have been on. And once again, give it your all, give it your best, and just keep the main thing.
DeMarco, thank you so much for your time tonight. Really enjoyed getting to know you and a little bit more about your story, your philosophy, and your great career. Wish you all the best there at OU. Let's show our appreciation once more.
Thank you.
Big round of applause for DeMarco Murray.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Appreciate that one.
This land was a tapestry of Indian nations and tiny towns that grew into great cities. BancFirst is loyal to the shared mission of growth and success that built Oklahoma. That's why in more than 50 communities statewide, our banks are run by local leaders who stick together and work hard to continue unlocking Oklahoma's great promise. BancFirst, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Please welcome Cameron Jordan.
Let's give it up one more time for DeMarco Murray for coming tonight and speaking. And now, for the top awards of the night. It is my great honor to present the award for Coach of the Year, given to the coach who has shown tremendous leadership and a commitment to excellence through success in their sport, but also through their incredible impact on the lives of student athletes. Will all the coaches in the room please stand to be recognized? The finalists for this distinguished award are David Ryden from Deer Creek High School, Scott Norris from Edmond North High School, and Valerie Colburn from Shawnee High School. And the 2022 Coach of the Year goes to Scott Norris from Edmond North High School. Norris helped lead a young Huskies team to the Class 6A state championship while starting 3 underclassmen. They lost 4 starters off last season's team that made it to the semifinals. He retooled the lineup, building around the lone returner Dylan Warlick, and Edmond North became more dominant as the season went on and eventually became champions. Congratulations, Coach Norris. After recognizing greatness in coaching, it makes sense to highlight athletes who came together under their guidance to perform at a level above the competition. In that spirit, it's my honor to present the award for the Best Teams of the Year presented by Love's Travel Stops. To help me hand out this special award, I'd like to welcome to the stage Executive Vice President and Chief Cultural Officer, Jenny Love Meyer. On behalf of Love's Travel Stops, it is my honor to present the Girls Team of the Year. Let's meet the finalists. They are the Klassen School of Advanced Studies at Northeast Girls Basketball Team, the Edmond North High School Girls Basketball Team, and the Washington High School Softball Team. And the winner of the Girls Team of the Year Award goes to the Klassen School of Advanced Studies at Northeast Girls Basketball Team. There were hefty expectations this year for Klassen SAS. The team defied every one of them. The Comets beat 5 nationally ranked opponents, 5, in the regular season and ended its season with the Class 4A state championship. The Comets were dominant in that final game, recording the largest point differential in a state final in Oklahoma history. Led by Girls Basketball Player of the Year, Dariana Littlepage Buggs, Klassen SAS finished the year with a 24-1 record. Let's give a big round of applause for the Girls Team of the Year, the girls basketball team from Klassen SAS. And now, let's move on to the award for the Boys Team of the Year, presented by Love's Travel Stops. The finalists are the Crooked Oak High School Boys Soccer Team, the Stillwater High School Wrestling Team, and the Westmore High School Boys Track Team. And the winning Boys Team of the Year is the Crooked Oak High School Boys Soccer Team. In soccer, it doesn't get more exciting than penalty kicks. Add in a state championship being on the line, and you have the makings for an instant classic. And for Crooked Oak, it also meant history, guided by Coach Matt Levinson. The Roughnecks won their first state title in any sport in school history after keeper Heriberto Meza deflected the final kick to capture the championship. Give it up for the 2022 Boys Team of the Year, the Crooked Oak High School Boys Soccer Team. And now, it's time to honor greatness and strength that transcends sport with the 2022 Courage Award, presented by BancFirst. To help welcome this very special award, I'd like to welcome to the stage Brian Renz, President of BancFirst Midwest City.
On behalf of BancFirst, it is my pleasure to present this year's Courage Award. What an honor it is to recognize this amazing student, athlete, and person. Jacoby Seabach of Midwest City High School. Jacoby Seabach has a condition affecting his ability to sweat. He also has Crohn's disease, asthma, and allergies, so bad that he needs weekly shots. Yet none of this has stopped him from becoming the best player of Midwest City boys basketball team and one of the best players in the state of Oklahoma.
I was born with my medical condition. My parents found out at 17 months of age when my first tooth came in on top instead of the bottom. And they went to the doctor and it was like, something's not right.
It's called hypohidrotic ectodermal dysplasia. Sweat glands are missing, missing teeth, really dry skin. He has asthma, weekly allergy shots. He's got a grade 1 heart blockage. 2 years ago, he was diagnosed with Crohn's. And he was like, Mom, what else can happen to me?
Growing up with it was the hard part without sweating, because sweating cools your body down. They found like cooling vests, cooling wristbands, headgear that keeps it cool. We carried the ice chest around to every one of my sporting events. We'll dip my cooling vest in there. At the beginning of the game, I go to the bench, I take it off, then I switch it out with another cooling vest.
I don't know that I necessarily saw fear in Jacoby, more so than fear in us, just scared of what could happen.
Nobody could tell us how hot he could get or what he could do or not exactly do, because we'd be like, are you sure he doesn't have sweat glands? And so when they did the biopsy, they were like, no, you don't have any. I'm like, what limit can he do? And they're like, don't push it. We never sugarcoated it for him. We let him know you can overheat and you can die.
I had Jacoby at a camp. He said he's having trouble breathing, and of course I had the cooler with me, but it just seemed not to work. I can remember taking him outside, dashing him with every little bit of equipment that I had, cooling towels, frog towels, pouring water out of the ice chest, and I couldn't regulate his body temperature. And he kind of fainted in my hands. And I'm rushing down the street to take him to the hospital. And when I got there, his body temperature was 104. And they told me that he should have died. The scariest moment ever. As you can see, every time I think about it, I get emotional because it was just him trying to be a kid.
Coaches, they were scared to put me in because they didn't want to take no chances of me overheating and passing out.
It took till his junior year for the coach to be like, I see Kobe. I don't see anything else.
Some coaches, I think, get stuck on, this is my way and this is what I'm going to do, and this is just what we're going to do. Where I think you have to be able to change how you coach certain players. Every player is different. I wasn't scared at all because I saw how he worked. He would just look at me if he needed to come out, and he didn't look at me that often to come out.
I stopped using my cooling gear 2 years ago, going into my junior year of high school. And this year, I didn't have to wear it at all. I can control my body temperature now really good.
Watching him grow out of it and being able to see him manage it, it was just more calming to see him be able to go out there and do it, and more so that we didn't have to carry around a lot of coolers.
I hope my story gets out to all the kids that have my disorder, to see that I don't want them to give up on what they're doing. I want them to keep trying to push themselves to try, and don't give up just because somebody says you can't.
Somebody said to him, we know you're talented. Now they need to know the story behind where you've been, what you've been through to get to where you've been.
I want to go to college and play basketball and hopefully go to the NBA, but I got to keep working.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for the 2022 Courage Award recipient, Jacoby Seabaugh.
What's up, everybody? Rob Gronkowski here, and I want to give all of the student athletes a major shout out for having a great year and earning this special honor. I'm here to help celebrate you, your accomplishments, and your wins. You are all winners in my book, and you know I know about winning. Just keep putting in that work towards achieving your goals in both sports and life, because the sky's the limit. But you are the only one who can make it happen. These winners are a true testament of that. Here are your Athletes of the Year.
Wow, big thanks to Rob Gronkowski for providing a special message for tonight's show. And make sure to tune in to the USA Today National High School Sports Show on July 31st, hosted by Gronk and Vernon Davis. It'll be one you guys don't want to miss. It's time for our biggest awards of the night, the Boys and Girls Athletes of the Year. It is my honor to present the Girls Athlete of the Year. The finalists are Dariana Littlepage Buggs from Classen School of Advanced Studies at Northeast, Piper McNeil from Shawnee High School, and Maddie Serber from Tuttle High School. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Girls Athlete of the Year, the amazing Maddie Serber from Tuttle High School. A four-sport athlete, Maddie Serber makes her name known in every season. In the fall, she's a member of the Tuttle softball team as well as a cross-country runner. On the cross-country course, she won her state and regional meet in the 2-mile. In the winter, she helped Tuttle make another run into the Class 4A state championship game. However, her best season is spring on the track. She broke her state record in the 300 hurdles at the Class 4A Regional in Medill, finishing in 42.59 seconds. After that, she won state titles in the 100 hurdles, 300 hurdles, 400, and 4x400. She will be continuing her career on the track at Oklahoma State next year. Congratulations, Maddie. And now for the final award of the night, the 2022 Boys Athlete of the Year. This is such a competitive and prestigious award, and the finalists are AJ Antonelli from Deer Creek High School, Gavin Freeman from Heritage Hall High School, and Jackson Holiday from Stillwater High School. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Boys Athlete of the Year. I think we'll be seeing this elite athlete down the road. Jackson Holiday of Stillwater High School. Unfortunately, Jackson couldn't be here tonight. He's training in Arizona, getting ready for the upcoming MLB draft, where he's a projected top 5 draft pick. The son of former MLB great Matt Holiday, Jackson will likely hear his name called next month, and for good reason. As a reminder, he set the national single-season record with 89 base hits this past season and led Stillwater to a 29-12 record and a 6A regional final appearance. He batted .685 with 17 home runs and 79 RBI. Congratulations, Jackson. Thank you again.
And once again, please welcome back James D. Jackson.
Thank you, athletes, parents, coaches, and community supporters for celebrating with us tonight. Before we leave, it's time to announce our social media winner. Let's get our guest, DeMarco Murray, back out here one more time. And the social media winner is AJ Walswick. Don't forget, all award winners, please make your way to the back of the stage for a group photo after the show. And a big thank you to our presenting sponsor, BancFirst. We couldn't do it without our supporting sponsors, Love's Travel Stops, Integris Health, Rose State College, Ortho Central Surgery Center, Suntech Heat and Air Conditioning, and Qdoba Mexican Grill. A special thanks to the staff of the Oklahoman, and a big thank you to our special guest, the one and only DeMarco Murray. Remember, you can check out the photos from tonight's event and show at oklahoman.com. Seniors, good luck. Underclassmen, hope to see you again next year. Good night, and thank you again for attending the OKC Metro High School Sports Awards.
Attention, award recipients. Please make your way to the stage for a group photo. Again, if you won an award this evening, please go to the stage for a group photo.